Hey guys, welcome back to the Political Science Forum. In this video, I am going to share some simple techniques to attempt the prelim questions of the UPSC. So hope you'll enjoy the video. I have made this video specifically for a reason. A lot of students feel that to answer the questions of the prelims paper, you have to mug up every other fact and you have to rote learn every other objective information. But this is not so. I'm going to share a couple of techniques which are very simple and easy to comprehend. Once you understand and apply these concepts and techniques, you'll be able to fetch some extra points and increase your score in prelims. If we categorize the 100 questions of the GS1 paper of the prelims, then you can say that there are around 40 questions for which you know the answer for sure. Then there are next 35-40 questions for which you are 50-50 sure. You know that the answer is one among the two options. And then there are some 20-25 questions wherein you have absolutely no idea. These would be the questions that you would be having a look at for the first time in the question paper. So the techniques that I'll be sharing with you will help you in converting the 50-50 questions. The first technique is to hunt for the clue in the question. Let me explain this thing with a small example. Which one of the following is an artificial lake? This question I guess was asked in 2018 or 2019 paper. Consider the four options: Kodaikanal, Kolleru, Nainital and Renuka. Now out of the four options, if you analyze the first option, then in the word Kodaikanal you will come to know that there is a word canal, and canal is something which is constructed artificially. And in the question they have mentioned that which one of the following is an artificial lake. So the answer for this question would be option A, Kodaikanal. So you see, if you hunt for the clue in the question and then you analyze the options, then you can get to the right answer. Now, if you do not apply logic in solving this question, then you might feel that you have to make a list of the lakes which are artificial lakes and the lakes which are natural lakes. But this is a very wrong approach to study, and you cannot rote learn and you cannot mug up every other fact. You have to hunt for the clues, you have to apply your logic, and you have to analyze the options that are given in the paper. Now let's apply this technique and study one more question. In 1920, which one of the following changed its name to Swarajya Sabha? Now once again, if you have a look at all the four options, then you can see that in the option A, the All India Home Rule League has been mentioned. And if you take the literal meaning of the league, that is All India Home Rule League, then you can come to know that Swarajya in the literal terms means home rule. So the correct answer for this question is option A. So you see, there is always a hint being given in the question. You just have to apply your mind, stay calm and stay very positive. Then only then you can get to know these clues and you can analyze the options accordingly. Now let's study one more example. The term WannaCry, Petya, Eternal Blue, sometimes mentioned in news, are related to exoplanets, cryptocurrency, cyber attacks and mini satellites. Once again, if you have a glance at the words that are given in the question, that is WannaCry, Petya and Eternal Blue, then these words sound a bit negative and pessimistic. So no one would give these sort of names to an exoplanet that has been discovered, or some cryptocurrency that has been invented, or some other new mini satellite that has been launched. So these words Petya, WannaCry and Eternal Blue might be the words that are given, or these might be the names of some cyber attack. So you see, the answer for this question is option C, that is cyber attacks. So you see, if you apply the logic, then you can get to the right answer even if you do not know anything about the option being given. Now let's study one more example so that you can have a good hold over this technique. Which is the best description of INS Astradharini that was recently in news? I guess this question was asked in 2016 or 2017 paper. The four options are amphibious warship, nuclear powered submarine, torpedo launch and recovery vehicle and nuclear powered aircraft. If you analyze the word Astradharini, it literally means the holder of Astra. Now option C talks about the torpedo launch and recovery vehicle. That is, it closely relates to the description, that is the holder of Astra. That is, the vehicle would hold the astra, then it would launch the astra. So you see, this is how you can come to the right answer, and the right answer for this question is option C, torpedo launch and recovery vehicle. Now let's discuss the second technique. The second technique is about checking the contradiction between the options. Let us go through a small example to get a hold over this technique. Which of the following are the components of the monetary policy? Bank rate, open market operations, public debt, and public revenue. So you see, option 1 and option 2 are the components of the monetary policy, whereas public debt and public revenue are the components of the fiscal policy. So from the 4 options, option 1 and option 2 fall in one category, whereas option 3 and option 4 fall in the other category. So you see, option 1 and 2 contradict option 3 and option 4. So you see, this is how you have to see the contradiction and similarities in the options being presented. And the right answer for this question is option 1, bank rate, and option 2, open market operations. Now let's discuss the third technique. In this technique, you have to scout for the extreme words that are being given in the options. The extreme words are something like all, only, never, and so on. Let me explain this thing with a small example. With reference to fly ash produced by power plants, which statements are correct? Fly ash can be used in making bricks. Fly ash can be used as replacement for some components of the Portland cement. Fly ash is made up of silicon oxide and calcium oxide only. Now, if you analyze the options carefully, then you can come to know that in option A and option B, can only is the word being used. And it is a sort of a moderate statement. Whereas in option C, the word only has been used. The statement C says that the fly ash is made up of only 2 components, that is silicon oxide and calcium oxide, and there is no third component. So you see, this is a very extreme statement to make, and there is a high chance that it would be a wrong statement. So this is how you can eliminate option C, and you can choose option A and option B, which are moderate statements. So the correct answer for this question is option A and option B. Now the last technique is somewhat procedural. When you attempt the questions in the prelims paper, make a grid, and in this grid make 3 columns, that is the bouncer category questions, the second column for the 50-50 sure questions, and the third column for 1 sure questions, wherein you know that one option is 100% wrong and the answer lies in one of the 3 options. While answering the questions, just make note of the questions and note them in the respective categories. Like question 2, 34 and 45 are under the bouncer category. Question number 40, 10 and 1 are 50-50 questions. Question number 89, 65 and 23 fall in the 1 sure category. Now after making this grid, you should answer the 50-50 questions first, then answer the 1 sure category questions, and at the end you should answer the bouncer questions. If you attempt the questions in this sequence, then you will definitely earn with a positive score. However, it would be a nightmare if you answer the bouncer category questions and you do not find time to answer the 50-50 questions and the 1 sure category questions. If this happens, then you will definitely lose the marks and you will have a negative score. So make sure that you make this grade on the question paper and solve the questions in this sequence. If you do so, you will definitely earn some positive marks. These are a couple of simple techniques to attempt the prelim questions. I'll be covering a couple of more techniques in the upcoming videos. Stay tuned. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you so much.